I'm Jeremy, I'm the technical director of Balrog Studios. We started making games 8 years ago. We are developing PC games and console games, and we are working on Ixion.
And I'm Manu, creative director and doing some game design at Balrog Studio. Ixion is a survival city builder video game taking place in space. In Ixion, the player controls a space station inspired by NASA's studies in the 70s. Our station looks like a big donut, simulating artificial gravity. And in the game, players will take control of what remains of mankind after a cataclysmic event destroyed life on Earth.
We are working on Ixion for one year and a half. The main idea was discussed in a bar, late in the evening. What if we made a game about space and space traveling, and what the humankind can do to survive? And yes, that's the beginning of the main idea of Ixion.
Ixion is really focused on telling a story through the city builder genre. Players will construct and build and assemble a space station that will fulfill the needs of its crew while progressing through a story split in different chapters. Depending on how players manage to adapt to the survival elements and the challenges that they will face during the campaign, it will lead to different possible conclusions.
Yeah, we want the player to feel that the space is really big, and we want the player to be lost in this story.
With Ixion, there is a strong imagery of a group of survivors living in a big metallic station with space in background, and having this picture in mind of people cultivating crops. And there is stars in the background is really one of the key driving elements to create a unique mood that Ixion will deliver to players.
The players will have to feed the citizens, find many resources to build structures that help them to create electricity, to transform resources. They will be faced to events, narrative events, and they will need to make choices to resolve them, take hard decisions to continue the story.
And they will have to pay attention to the integrity of the structure of the station. Otherwise, it might be destroyed while traveling. And lastly, if players don't spend too much attention to the crew's needs, they will also have a risk of being removed from directing the station. At the moment, I'm focused with the art team and game design on bringing the last systems on board inside the game, meaning how will work the technology tree, and on top of that, we are also focusing a lot on the UI and the game feel, and we will probably be doing so until the end of development.